Welcome back to Witch is the Moon. I'm your Saturday hostess, Sunshine Morning Ray, and this week's topic is dreams. I can tell you that although I'm not what you would call super skilled at dream interpretation, I do make it a conscious effort to take note of our dreams. And the reason for that is our dreams can be used for several different things. First of all, and foremostly, since it is a form of some subconscious communication, it's a way for you to see things that you would not normally take notice of. And I mean that by scientific forms. When you are conscious and you are awake, you are only using a certain percentage of your brain. And of course, everybody knows that we don't use 100% of our brain. We don't use anywhere near that. But it is scientifically proven that when your subconscious takes over, that you are actively using a portion of your brain that you don't normally use. So I can't help but wonder if perhaps that is a way to see things that you wouldn't normally see. So that would be one way. Another thing that I think that your dreams are very helpful for is for your spirit guides or your totem animals or perhaps your ancestors to speak to you on an alternate level, on an almost similar to astral projection. You're actually taking yourself someplace else where in your dreams, I also think that something else can come to you, possibly a little bit easier. And the main reason for that is I can't help but think there is a huge stigmata that is bred or learned into a lot of us to ignore certain things as we grow up that perhaps your subconscious is not ignoring. So that would be another way. And although I have a tendency to dream these same dreams over and over and over again for several nights in a row, sometimes for a couple of weeks, with the dream possibly progressing a little bit or always coming to an extreme halt at a certain point. And I try to take note of those things. And one of the ways that I do that is I dream journal. I don't do it every morning, but I do have a journal by my bedside, and it can be, it can be a simple notepad. But the main reason that you want to do this is a lot of times when you have a dream, when you have just woken up, it is very fresh, it's in your memory, you know what happened, you have certain senses are heightened, your sense of smell, your memory, just certain things are a lot more vivid when you just wake up after having a dream. So that's the best time to journal it, to write it down, because 15 minutes after you've woken up, your subconscious starts to push that back, and a lot of times you don't even remember it. I even know specifically my husband, who says that he does not dream. He says that he does not dream, yet I find it amazing how I am awoken by him in the middle of the night to him talking or movements like he's in the process of doing something. And I can't help but wonder if he is dreaming and just not remembering it. There are people out there who say that they don't dream. That is, in my opinion, impossible. Your subconscious stays active even after you've gone to sleep. Now, there's 4 stages of sleep where you actually have to get into that deep REM sleep to actually dream. But the subconscious does not shut down. it continues to work, and its way of working is to play things through, receive things, certain smells that you've had, certain thoughts that you had before you went to bed. Just there's so many things involved. So for a person to say that they do not dream, I find that is what they may feel, like my husband, but I don't think that they are not dreaming. I think that they are not remembering it. So that's why I feel that journaling is real important when it comes to your dreams. Now, what does a person do with these journals, after they've journaled this information? You can go back and you can look at it, and in mine, I specifically have, I wouldn't say that I write it out like a book. I write out what I felt, what I saw, the things that stood out, certain colors, people, faces, no faces, places. My journaling is not done in sentences, because first thing in the morning, the last thing that I want to write is a book when I wake up. If I haven't had my coffee yet, I'm not doing a whole lot of writing. So when I go back and I look at these later on, certain words pop out at me. And when these certain words pop out at me, it can bring back recognition, perhaps, of the dream. Or I do something as simple as investing in a really good dream interpretation book. And I would recommend this one. This is the Elemental Encyclopedia of 20,000 Dreams. It's by Teresa Chung, and it's, here, so that you can see the spelling in case you want to look this up. Okay? This book, I've had this for a long time. This book has helped me do a lot of my own dream interpreting. Now, the things that are included in this book are things like journaling and the basics of what dream interpretation is, but the most fascinating part of the book, and I would have to say the remainder of the book, which, by the way, is 670 some pages thick, is specifics to things like I would journal specific words, for instance, and I'm just using this as an example because I know that I have it marked. My totem animal is a hummingbird. And frequently I will see hummingbirds in my dream, but not just the hummingbird. There's things that go with it. But if I were to just specifically want to know about a hummingbird, I can show you. This book specifically gives information on birds that you would see. Birds, a goose, a falcon, a gull, a hawk, a hummingbird, an eagle, a dove. That's just in a parrot, a pheasant, a phoenix, a pelican, mockingbird, raven, sparrow, turkey. That's just 3-4 pages of this book. That's how specific this book is. This book also helps me to interpret, like I said, specific words, colors, numbers. If you are not seeing a person's face in your dream, if it's a man, if it's a woman, and what these dreams can mean. Now, this is not specifically used for telling the future. For me, at least not. Although it can be. And I can say that my grandmother is blessed with the ability to dream about who in the family is pregnant. She can tell you that you're pregnant before you know it. She can tell you what you're having, and she can tell you your due date within a week. And I was joking around with the lady grave dancer, talking to her about this, about how, oh my goodness, Mama's calling. Who's pregnant? So my grandmother does have a bit of foretelling capabilities with her dreams. So I would have to say that dreams are important. You can enhance your dreams. If you think that you are not dreaming, or you're not dreaming vividly enough to where you can see things, if it's foggy, you can do things to help your dreams. You can do things like a dream pillow that mine specifically has specific herbs, and it's an aromatherapy type thing. It's the smell that helps me with my dreams to make them more vivid. It's also, I use them for calming to help me go to sleep. I can also say that if you are specifically wanting to dream about something before you go to bed, if you concentrate on that thing long enough before you go to sleep, and I'm talking about you're laying in bed and you're relaxing and your eyes are closed, you want to be talking to yourself and telling yourself what it is that you want to accomplish in your dream, or what it is that you want to know, who do you want to see, who do you want to hear from. If you do that before you go to sleep, I have found that a lot of times that helps with your dream. But just remember that you definitely want to have something handy for when you wake up that you can jot down real quick, because I guarantee 8 times out of 10, after you've been awake half of the day and you've decided, oh, wait a minute, what was it that I dreamed about? Because I want to go and I want to do a little bit of research on that and try to figure out what it means. By that time, you have lost the important parts of the dream. So journaling is very important. Doesn't have to be done every morning, because I'll be the first to admit there are times when I wake up in the morning and my dream is just like, really? Okay, that was just so far out there, it's not even worth messing with. So, are dreams important? Yes, dreams are important. They're also good for health. If you're not dreaming, you are not resting. You are not completing the 4 stages of falling into sleep, which is required in order for you to be a healthy sleeper. So not only are they important when it comes to your physical health, but they're good for your mental health, because it's a way for you to escape the reality. Dreams are good. Dreams are good for you. Whether or not you want to fully go into dream interpretation is up to you. I have given information at times to people when they have come to me and asked me about certain dreams, and given them my interpretation and my forecast as to what it meant. So it's something that, you know, if you don't do it, you may want to try it. If you do it, keep doing it. It's good for your health. And that's about all I have on dreams. So if you have any questions or any comments, be sure and leave them down below. And I hope you enjoyed this. We'll talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.